Look, if you've ever typed how to make money online into a search bar and immediately felt totally overwhelmed by the sheer volume of noise out there, trust me, you are not alone. Welcome to today's explainer. Today, we're completely clearing away the clutter to uncover a highly realistic, zero-experience blueprint for actually generating internet income in 2026. We are cutting straight through the hype to give you a clear, structured roadmap that you can literally start acting on today. Let's jump right into it. Let me ask you something. Are you genuinely just tired of the 9 to 5 grind and living paycheck to paycheck? Maybe you just want a little more freedom, a buffer against rising costs. Or maybe you just want to prove to yourself once and for all that earning online isn't just some myth. Because it's not. It is absolutely real. But why do so many beginners fail? Why do so many people try and then end up exactly where they started, completely burned out? Well, it almost always comes down to following the wrong advice or expecting instant magical results. Because here is the absolute biggest mistake beginners make, falling headfirst into the shiny object trap. People try to do absolutely everything at once. One day they're super hyped about dropshipping, tomorrow they read an article and pivot to freelancing, and by next week, they are frantically chasing crypto trends. That chaotic lack of focus, it basically guarantees failure. The goal here is not to try everything on the menu. The goal is to pick one single path, focus all your energy entirely on it, and scale it up. Section 1. 3 paths for 2026. Okay, let's dive into the realistic options that are actually working right now. When we stack up the primary options side by side, a very clear winner emerges for beginners. First, you've got freelancing, where you sell a specific skill directly to someone who needs it. Second is content creation, where you build an audience around AI or money topics. And third, digital products, like selling ebooks or templates. Now, while content creation and digital products have massive upside, they take significant time to build. For beginners, freelancing, just selling a skill, is quite literally the fastest way to earn your very first dollar online. So for this blueprint, we are zeroing in on freelancing. Section 2, the 7-step freelance system. Here is exactly how to start freelancing from absolute zero. We kick things off with the preparation phase. Step 1 is choosing your method, which we just established is freelancing. Step 2 is picking one single skill. And please, don't overthink this part. You do not need to be a world-class expert. Step 3 is the absolute most critical. Learn just enough to start. The internet rewards action, not perfection. Spending just a weekend watching tutorials or leveraging modern AI tools to grasp the basics is completely sufficient to get the ball rolling. Do not fall into the trap of overlearning and never actually starting. To give you some ideas, if you can write basic English, you can offer content writing supercharged by AI tools like ChatGPT. If you know how to navigate simple apps, you can manage social media accounts for busy business owners. If you're a fast learner, you can edit short-form videos using automated tools like CapCut or design compelling thumbnails. You see, you only need to be slightly better than someone who knows absolutely nothing. You are simply saving a client time by doing a task they just don't want to figure out themselves. Now, moving right into the execution phase, step 4 is creating a simple portfolio. And guess what? You don't need clients to do this. Just create some mock samples today. Write a sample article or edit a few test clips. Step 5 is finding clients. Look, this is where most people quit because putting yourself out there feels pretty uncomfortable, but this is exactly where the money starts. Step 6, deliver great work. Actually over-deliver, because that turns one-time clients into recurring repeat income. And finally, step 7, increase your prices. It's totally okay to charge low in the beginning, but as your confidence grows, you've got to raise those rates. Now, if you're sitting there wondering what to actually say to get hired, try this exact script via direct messages. Hi, I saw your content and I like what you're doing. I help improve videos and increase views. I'd love to create a free sample. Boom, that's it. This works like magic because it is incredibly simple. It offers massive upfront value. It isn't aggressively pushy, and it builds instant trust. You are literally just offering to help. Section 3, scaling your online income. Let's talk about what happens after you land those initial clients and need to logically grow your earnings. Before we start talking about the big numbers, let's manage expectations for a second. This is not a get-rich-quick system. You are not going to make thousands of dollars overnight. If anyone on the internet promises you that, they are flat out lying. But if you actually stick to the system, realistic, life-changing milestones are absolutely within your reach. $100. It might not sound like quit your job and buy a yacht money, but this is the most realistic and absolutely crucial milestone every single beginner should focus on. Making your first $100 online is the ultimate proof of concept. It proves your skill has value, your outreach works, and most importantly, that this whole system is real. Once you hit that first 100, the momentum becomes contagious. Suddenly, you're looking at $500. This usually happens as you begin to get repeat work from that first client or as your newly found confidence helps you easily land a second or third client. The system is the exact same. You are just executing it with a lot more experience now. And then you scale up to $1,000. Hitting this specific milestone is where everything completely shifts. This isn't just about the money anymore. It's a profound mindset shift. You finally have undeniable, concrete proof that you can generate a real, sustainable income stream entirely from the internet. Once you believe it's possible at this level, your whole approach to what you can achieve in life changes. So how exactly do you move from making hundreds to making thousands consistently every single month? There are really just 3 practical levers you can pull. First, you take on more clients as you get faster at your skill. Second, strategically increase your prices based on the results and value you deliver, not just your time. And third, eventually, you can build a small team by outsourcing parts of the work to handle a much higher volume. Section 4. The hardest part is starting. Let's pivot to the psychological hurdles of actually taking that first step. Success online comes from consistency, not luck. Your mindset absolutely matters here. Most people fail because they quit entirely too early. They try sending outreach messages for exactly 1 week, they don't get an instant reply, and they just throw their hands up and stop. Do not compare your day 1 to someone else's year 3. Focus solely on your own progress and just refuse to quit when things feel a little uncomfortable in those early days. Now, earlier, we talked about the danger of the shiny object syndrome and trying everything at once. But once you have successfully mastered the single path of freelancing, once you actually have clients and consistent income, then and only then can you safely expand. You can use your new skills to move into content creation, like starting a YouTube channel around AI or self-improvement to earn ad revenue. Or you can package your knowledge into digital products for passive income. Expand later, but you have to master one thing first. But listen, none of this happens until you actually begin. So are you going to stay stuck or finally take action? 1 year from today, you will either deeply regret not starting or you will be incredibly proud that you did. Ask yourself this: if a total beginner armed with nothing but free internet tools can carve out an entirely new life in 2026, what is your excuse for waiting until tomorrow? Get out there and make it happen.